Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. So, first things first, you guys. I said in one of my videos at the end of last year that I was hoping to make some equipment upgrades because I know the audio in my videos is just not great. Lighting, not great. Okay, so I've made some upgrades. I have my very own little tiny furry. It's so cute.
Don't let me!
And I have a new lighting system. So hopefully the quality will be a little bit better. I'm still improving my skills when it comes to angles and lighting, but you know what? We're making progress. We're making progress. Okay, what are we doing today? Yes, we are talking about our anticipated reads for 2026. I have a lot of books that I'm really looking forward to getting to this year, but I also kind of want to change my reading a little bit from what I did last year because I had a good reading year last year, but it wasn't great, and I think I know why. So, some things I'd like to change this year, a couple things. This year, I really want to lean more into the genres that I know I love for myself personally. I feel like last year I was so busy checking books off my list, which is great. It feels really good to get stuff checked off. But I ended up getting really slumpy because I was just reading so much that I feel like I wouldn't normally gravitate towards. So this year, I'd really like to just embrace mood reading and going back to the genres that I know I love. Also, I guess this is kind of tied to the first one. I would like to just kind of go back to my old way of choosing books and choosing things to read. I feel like in this era that we're in now with Book Talk and Booktube, you have such easy access to books and trends and reviews online that you really get sucked into that world, and which is great. I think it's fantastic. Obviously, I'm here on Booktube myself, but I remember the days where we didn't have any of that. We didn't have social media like we do today. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, how did I used to pick my books when I wasn't being influenced from what was trending online? And I would just go into my library and I'd browse. I would look at covers that spoke to me. I would read the synopsis of a book. And I would really like to kind of embrace that kind of reading again. So I'd like to do some more of that where I just go into the library, browse genres based on what I'm feeling that day, and just pick books that speak to me. Not something that I've seen on Book Talk or Booktube or that's highly reviewed or that's really popular, that's going viral. I would just like to get down to the basic core of reading that I used to do. So, those are two of my main goals for 2026. With that being said, I do have some anticipated reads that I would also like to get to this year. So, let's talk about those. Okay, so I do have a few new releases that are coming out in 2026 that I'm really excited for. I generally don't read new releases right away. You know, if a book is popular one year, I usually don't read it till 2, 3, sometimes a few years later. They're never a priority for me to read right away. But these ones I actually am really excited to get to, hopefully in 2026. The first one is Finley Donovan Crosses the Line by El Cosimano. This is the 6th book in the Finley Donovan series, and I believe I read the first Finley Donovan in 2023 or 2024, and I just thrifted it. I heard of the series and I thought, why not? And I fell in love with it. It's such a light read. It's fun. It's funny. They're really quick. Like, I finished the books in one sitting. So I started getting back into the series at the beginning of this year. But the 6th one is being released in March of this year. I'm not sure if that's the last one in the series or if there will be more. I didn't look that far into it, but yes, I am excited for that new release. The second one is Deadbeat by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the 3rd book in the Ninth House series, I guess. So Ninth House is the first book, Hellbent was the second, and Deadbeat will be the 3rd. And this is supposed to release in September of 2026, which is perfect because I'd love to read it in the fall around Halloween time. Yes, I'm really excited for this one. I've really enjoyed this series, and I'm really looking forward to getting back into this world. The next book that's coming out this year is Adversary to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. The series is just so funny. It's so unique. And I am actually working on the third book right now, so I will have it done before the fourth one is released, which it's being released apparently in August of this year. So we'll see. I pick up those books right away when they come out. I've done that with all three of them that I have now, and I'm hoping to do the same with the fourth book as well. So, and the cover, you guys, and just the title, like all the books so far have been assistant to the villain, apprentice to the villain, accomplice to the villain, but adversary, that is a whole other turn. That is a whole other turn, and I'm so looking forward to it. So that's actually the 2026 releases that I'm looking forward to. But I do have a couple of books that were just released at the end of 2025 that I would also like to read this year, and those are two books, both by Ali Brady. So they've released 5 books as of now, 3 of which I've already read. And they are a friend duo, Ali and Brady, so very similar to Christina Lauren, and their writing is kind of similar as well. They do write romance novels, but there's a lot of humor and depth to them that I really enjoy. So they have a book called Battle of the Bookstores, and that was released June of 2025. So I would like to read that one. And then they also came out with a little novella, Christmas novella. It's called Merry Little Bookshop, and that was released November of last year. So I would like to get to that one too, hopefully around the holidays. That would be really fun. So moving on to the rest of the books. So the next book I'm really excited to get to, it's actually another series that I will be starting, but it's sci-fi, and it's All Systems Red, which is the first book in the Murderbot series by Martha Wells. I've heard mixed things about this series, but I would like to see for myself. So yes, I will start this one and we'll see how it goes. The next couple of books are both by Ali Hazelwood. I am not really a fan of her STEM romances. Like, I do think they're good. I love that there's women in STEM, but they're all just kind of similar to me. Very similar, to be honest. So I feel like once you've read one, you've kind of read them all. The book that I read by her that really stuck out to me was Bride, which was really shocking to me, kind of funny. But yeah, I really enjoyed that read. So I am looking forward to getting to Mate. And hopefully it's as good. I would also like to read Deep End. For the most part, guys, I've heard that people just didn't like this one at all, but that doesn't count it out for me. A lot of the time I go against popular opinion, so if a lot of people don't like this one, it's very likely that I might enjoy it. We'll see. But yeah, I would like to read this one for myself and kind of see how I feel about it. Then I've had this one on my mind for quite some time, so I need to get to it this year. I don't want to put it off anymore, and that is Manacled by Sen Lin Yu. So I'm a fan of Harry Potter, so I definitely want to dive into this world and this version of it. And I also would like to, at some point, get to Alchemized, but I feel like I would prefer to read Manacled first before reading Alchemized. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully this year. I don't know if I'll get to Alchemize this year, but if I can read Manacles, that would be great. The next book I am anticipating reading this year is We Love You, Bunny by Mona Awad. I read Bunny, I want to say in 2024, and I really loved it. I thought it was so good. So I am fiending to get back into a Mona Awad read. And yeah, the natural progression is to move on to the sequel to this book. I think it's a sequel, right? It's not a prequel, it's a sequel. I'm pretty sure it's a sequel. But yes, I would like to read that one, and I'm excited for that one. Ooh, okay, and then I do want to continue the Windy City series. So I have read Mile High, which is the first book. I need to continue on with the second book, which is The Right Move, and this is the series by Liz Tom Ford. I did enjoy Mile High enough that I would like to continue on with the series. So I would like to get to the second book, and then we'll go from there. We'll see how that one is, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, then I also would like to get to The Unmaking of June Farrow, which is an Adrienne Young book. I read Spells for Forgetting, at the end of 2025, and I really enjoyed it. I loved Adrienne Young's writing. I thought the book was just really well balanced. It had something for everybody in it, and it was a fantastic read. I was engrossed in it throughout the entire read. So, yeah, I'm ready to dive headfirst into another Adrienne Young. So, hopefully, 2026 will be the year. Okay, and then this one I have had on my mind since I have started this channel. I can't remember who it was. I'll have to look back, but someone, I believe when I did my Booktube newbie tag, someone had commented recommending A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams because I had mentioned that I'm not much of a romance reader. And if I do read romance, I prefer something with a little bit more depth. So this person, again, I'll look this person up, but they did recommend this book to me, and it's been on my mind ever since then. So I would like to get to this one this year. Since then, I've also had other people recommend Tia Williams to me, specifically this book, as well as Kennedy Ryan. I really appreciate the recommendations. It makes me feel really seen that you guys are recommending romances that might be a little bit more catered towards my liking. So I really appreciate that, and I hope to get to this one as well as a Kennedy Ryan, but I'd like to start with a Tia Williams, and I think A Love Song for Ricky Wilde would be a good place to start. Then I have to get caught up on my girl, Emily Henry. Okay, I am behind by one book, but I do need to read Great Big Beautiful Life. So I would like to get to that in 2026. I have to check out what book she's going to be coming out with. I always get excited for an Emily Henry. I always purchase her books brand new unless I find them at a thrift store, which is very rare. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to getting to Great Big Beautiful Life. Ooh, okay, here's another one. You guys, I'm already making my TBR in my mind for Halloween time. I'm so excited. And this is one I've wanted to read for a couple years, and I have not got to it. So this year, I would like to purchase it, and I would like to read it around Halloween. And that is Cotton Candy Massacre by Christopher Robertson. This is a horror novel, and I have heard from the reviews that it's pretty grotesque, like stomach-churning grotesque. So that might not be your thing. It's totally mine. I can never find a horror book that is enough. It's just not enough. I want the gore. I want the grotesqueness. I want it all. I want it all. And I've heard this book has that. So I'm really looking forward to it. Killer Clown, amusement park. That's kind of the setting. And I think it's also takes place in the 80s. So this is just like, oh, I'm really hoping I like this one. But yes, if I don't get to it this year, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself because I've wanted to read this for so long. We need to get to it. All right. Next up, we have Morning Star by Pierce Brown. This is the third book in the Red Rising saga. I just need to continue with the series. It's time to continue with it. I was put off by Golden Sun because I just really didn't enjoy it. But I would like to see how this series plays out. So I'm going to get to Morning Star, and depending on how that read goes, I'll decide if I continue on with the series because it does keep going. But yeah, we'll try number 3. Keep our fingers crossed. Okay, and then I love depressing, sad books. So naturally, I need to read what people have said is the most depressing, sad book. And that is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. This train has totally left the station. I realize that, but I still would like to get to this book. And I don't know, 2026 just feels like the year. It just feels like the year. A big, sad, depressing book. Sign me up for it. I'm ready for it this year. Okay, and then I do want to get to Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. This is one I'd like to read in the spring. This book is actually one of the reasons that there was a push for environmental change and policy and legislation. So this book is an environmental science book, and it basically documents the harm of pesticides and DDT and things like that. And yeah, just how those things affect not only the environment, but our health, which at the time this book came out, it was pretty controversial. It was pretty controversial. This book honestly was really just like a call for change, and change did happen. But we still have a long way to go, certainly. But I would like to read this. I just want to get some perspective because I've never read this book. So I think it'll be something that I really enjoy and hopefully will be eye opening for me as well. So looking forward to that one. Okay, another book that I already have on my TBR for October, Halloween time, is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I just need to get to this read, you guys. I feel like this is a classic that I'm just going to really enjoy and love and adore. So I need to get to it. There's just no excuse. So, yeah. Oh, here's another one. Again, an October Halloween read. And this is Wishful Thinking by Celestine Martin. This one was recommended to me. If you guys don't know, I absolutely love The Ex Hex by Erin Sterling, the entire series, but The Ex Hex specifically. And so Wishful Thinking was recommended to me by Booked with Stacy. And I believe that she said it's just as good or better than The Ex Hex. So, I mean, right off the bat, I need to know what's going on in this book, okay? Because the X for me is number one, and if something can possibly knock it out of its place, I need to know what's going on. So, I'm going to be reading this book this Halloween season. Yeah. Okay. So now that does it for books that I don't own but would like to read in the year. Now I do have a few physical books that I do own that I would like to get off my TBR in 2026 as well. So, the first one being The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I have read all of Kristen Hanna's newer books, at least. I'm caught up on that kind of backlog. So this is the only book that I have yet to read still. And yeah, I've heard mixed things. Some people say that this is their favorite Kristen Hanna of all time. And then some people say it doesn't rank as high on their list. So I'm curious to see how this is going to fall or where this is going to fall for me. And yeah, but no, whenever I'm in the mood for my next Kristen Hanna book, this will be the one that I pick up. So it will be getting read in 2026. Okay, and then I also have big plans, you guys, in the next couple of months, hopefully. These books will be getting read. Okay, it's a trilogy. It's a very popular trilogy. And that is the Lord of the Rings trilogy by Tolkien. So I have all three books. This is The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. So I would like to get to these before the snow gets off the ground. I don't know, that series just feels winter coated to me. So yes, I read The Hobbit for the first time ever in my life last year, and I just fell in love. I died. I think I died a little, actually. And it took a piece of my soul with it. So I would like to read the rest of this and just get it out of my system, hopefully. Hopefully. Moving on. I don't know why I have such a hankering to read this book, but I almost threw it across my room. Okay, but that is The Brothers Karamazov by Okay, here's the thing, guys. I can say it if I say it really slow, so let's do it together, okay? Dostoyevsky. See? See, I can say it, I just can't say it fast. Then I have The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoyevsky. So, my good man Fedor, okay? I would like to read this one. I don't know again why I have such a hankering to read it, but I do. I really do. So, hopefully this is the year I can hopefully be in the mood to sit down and read this book. Okay, then, all right, if I don't get to this year, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. You can cancel me, I'll cancel myself. It's at that point right now. I need to finish this. Okay. The Chronicles of Narnia. I picked this up, I think, last year. I hope to God it was not 2024. I'm pretty sure it was last year. And I got through, I think, 3 Chronicles, or what Chronicle am I on? I always forget. I'm on Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which is the 5th Chronicle. There's 7. So I just need to read 3 more. That's it. That's it. I can do it. I've already got through 4 of them. So I just need to sit down with this book. Maybe put on the movie as some ambiance. I don't know, but I need to get to this and finish it. It needs to be done. It needs to be done. So Okay, and then the last book on my physical TBR that I would like to read this year, this last book is actually a new addition to my physical TBR, but I did have it on this list prior to purchasing it, so it's just kind of a coincidence that I did find it. I thrifted it, actually. But this is Chain Gang All Stars. I'm going to try to pronounce the author's name to the best of my ability. Nana Kwame Adajay Brenya. I think I didn't butcher that, hopefully too terribly. But yes, this book sounds fantastic. It's about a prison system where basically these prisoners have to fight like gladiators back in the day to, I don't know if it's to get their freedom or if it's like a reward system. I'm not really sure. But oh, it just sounds so good. So unique. And I'm hoping that this will be one that I love. It's really one that I'm looking forward to picking up this year. Okay, guys, we're down to the last two books, and both of these books were ones that I originally had on this list, but I have since read them both. So, yay me. Okay, we're already making progress. But the first one is this is part of the Red Space series by David Wellington called Paradise 1. I read the first book. If you want to hear my thoughts, I'll be doing a wrap up and talking about it. I liked it enough that I would like to continue the series. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yes, I did get this one off. It was one that I had wanted to dive into this year, and I did start and finish the first book, and I am continuing the series. So that one's read. And then I also had Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall on this list, and I ended up reading that one as well. It was really good. It was good. I don't think it was as great as it was hyped up to be, but I enjoyed my time with it. So that one's also been read. So those are the 26 books that I would like to get to in 2026. I think these are all doable, and all 26 of these books are books that I genuinely want to read. They're not books that I'm just reading to check off a list or anything like that. When making this list, I was really cognizant of what I genuinely do want to read. So, yes, those are them. I hope we can come back at the end of this year and review, and hopefully we'll have knocked off a good chunk, if not all of these books off this list. So, yeah. But that is that, you guys. So, thanks for sticking around. If you're still here, let me know in the comments below if there's any new releases coming out in 2026 that you were just dying to read, okay? I'd love to know what they are. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope the audio is a lot better. I hope the lighting is a lot better. You guys just heard my stomach. I'm really hungry. I need to go eat. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're doing well. And in the next video, we're going to be picking out our February TBR. So make sure you keep your eyes out for that. And I will see you guys then. Bye.